All right. This is Joe Nicasio, your business mentor, employeeescapeplan.com. So let's talk about why trust is important. And then I'm going to share with you 10 ways to build trust. Studies have shown that people who trust and are trustworthy are happier in their personal and professional lives. They are calmer, more successful, and more productive. Their relationships are sound and they're better able to withstand adversity. Trust makes every aspect of life easier at home, in the office, all over the place. On the sporting field, trust is vital or the team just won't function. Think of how much advertising money goes into building a brand that people can trust. Trust is a gateway to contentment, acceptance, and safety. There are lots of straightforward ways you can build or increase trust right now. So let's talk about 10 ways to build trust. Number one is honesty, just straight up honesty. Nothing kills any kind of relationship, personal or business, like secrets. Secrets are corrosive and add a layer of anxiety to relationships that make it impossible for them to grow and develop. Studies show that for many people, lying is part of their everyday behavior. People lie in 1 in 5 of their interactions, rising to 64% of deep betrayals of trust involving close partners. The flip side of this is that people say that trust and betrayal are the most important issues for couples. Related to honesty is openness. If people know you're not hiding anything, they're more likely to trust you. Similarly, it's always better for you to tell the truth. You can deal with problems, whatever the situation, and people will trust trust you not to cover up or gloss things over. Number two is just trusting yourself. How can you expect others to trust you if you don't trust yourself? It's worth investing the time in really improving your relationship with yourself. Do the self work and be clear about your mindset, your values, and the things you find a struggle. What assumptions and internal messages are your thoughts and behaviors patterned around? Where do they come from? And are they still serving your best interests? Adjust your mindset to positivity. Lack of self trust comes from self doubt. Be kind to yourself. Prioritize positive self care in your life and learn to value your experience and your intuition. A lot of people talk about the need for uh, um, accountability, and I believe that accountability begins with integrity. You make a promise to yourself, and you keep it. And if you can trust yourself to keep your commitments with integrity, the need for accountability kind of diminishes. Number three way to build trust is communication. Clear, open communication is fundamental to building and maintaining trust. Make sure everyone knows what you expect and what agreements you have made. Let your colleagues, staff, and loved ones know what's going on as early as possible and share information. Don't hide things or try to cover up or fix things in silence. Similarly, if you make a mistake, model the behavior you want to see in others and admit it. When you mess up, fess up. If people see your own mistake, that builds a bond of connection and trust. They know you're human and it's okay to be vulnerable. Number four way to build trust is commitments. In all your relationships, it's vital that you keep your promises. If you say you're going to do something, then you need to do it and you need to follow through. If you can't or don't want to do something, learn to say no politely and firmly. And if something genuinely comes up that means you won't be able to make your commitment, communicate this as early as possible so you can reschedule or reprioritize. One of the first things that you can do to build trust with people is keep your word concerning time. If you say that you're going to be there at 9 o'clock in the morning, be there at 8:59. Be on time every time as promised. See, people can't keep their time commitments. They probably can't keep their other commitments. So, it's great to expect this of others, but first we want to keep it with ourselves. If you keep your time commitments, start there. That's a great place to start. It's a good starting place to really start to establish the habit of being your word and building trust. Number 10 way how to build trust is be kind. Being kind to yourself and others not only makes life better, but it also builds trust. Being kind may not be a topic usually discussed under the heading of trust, but it should be. If you're not kind to yourself and others, it's almost impossible to build trust. So, here's some ideas. Number one, give people the benefit of the doubt and don't leap to judgment. Number two, stay calm in the face of bad behavior or bad news. Being quick to fly off the handle only makes others feel they can't be themselves around you. Number three, show you're interested in the other person. Find points of connection. Don't gossip, triangulate, or talk about, people behind their back. Let's see, what am I on? Number five, have reasonable, firm boundaries. Being kind doesn't mean that you push over or a doormat or that you let people take advantage of you. But you need to be kind to yourself and learn how to say no positively. Number six, if you know your self-worth, you'll be less vulnerable to people who might betray you or let you down. And number seven is forgive yourself for past mistakes. Making mistakes is the way humans learn and grow. Don't dwell on the past, but look to the future with hope and openness. Number six way to build trust is listen. Listen intently to people, whether you're talking to a friend or in a meeting. Listen and respond to what they're saying and don't interject with a pre-planned speech. It helps to minimize distractions, so put your phone away and don't put it on the table. Look at the person while they're speaking. Be available for conversations and be open to hearing what people are saying. If others feel you never listen, they will eventually give up. They won't trust you to take them or their concerns seriously. Number seven way to build trust is be consistent. Become known as a person who can be relied on to do what you promise. Make sure you're on time for meetings or a movie date. If you threaten your misbehaving child with no internet for a week, then follow through with the punishment. If you're consistent in your actions, you're signaling to other people involved that they are a priority for you. Consistency is rewarded in the workplace with greater responsibility and promotion, and in personal relationships with a relaxed affection and trust. Ways to build trust. Number 8, pay attention to the small things. Little things mean a lot. At the risk of sounding like an inspirational poster, small things generally are important. If you pay attention to the small things, you build a bedrock of trust with people. They know they can count on you for the things in life simply because they can trust you to do the little things. Things that may seem small to you in the bigger context can have great significance for other people. Make it a priority to remember people's names. Say thank you and smile. And remember to buy, milk on the way home without being asked. At the office, say good morning or good night to your colleagues and your team members. Say thank you to the cleaning staff. You'll build trust on these small blocks of connection and mutual regard and support. The number 9 way to build trust is give it time. To build healthy and trusting relationships takes time and patience. Trust is not a thing that can be done and dusted and ticked off the list. Trust requires maintenance. If you find it difficult to trust people or worry that they will not do as you asked, try building trust in small steps and be kind to yourself. Choose 1 or 2 things from this list that don't seem too risky. Focus on these, first and build from there. Similarly, earning trust of others takes time. You need to demonstrate that you are trustworthy not just once, but over and over and over again. The good news is that trust is incremental. The more you demonstrate reliability, consistency, and commitment, the more trustworthy you become. And number 10 is trust other people. Even if you've had problems in the past, nothing will inspire trust like offering it yourself. If people feel valued, understood, and respected, they will respond in kind. You have a positive feedback loop that will incrementally grow from the mutual trust between individuals and groups. It doesn't matter if it's a team, a couple, a family, or a friendship group. If you've been hurt or let down in the past, trusting might seem like risky business. But trust is the bedrock of all relationships. The more you trust and demonstrate trustworthiness, the easier it will become to trust further. Be known as a person of integrity and honesty, and you'll find reward with positive, supportive relationships. So let me just summarize this, that look, building trust in yourself and others is a lifetime investment that will it'll reap increased contentment, happiness, and fulfillment throughout your world. We are all interconnected, dependent on the integrity and generosity of those around us. The more you can see yourself at the center of a wide and expanding network of friends, family, teammates, and colleagues, the easier it will be to become a lighthouse of trust, a beacon of trust. You'll begin to see the positive influence of your self-trust and trustworthiness spread and improve the lives of others in ways that you never could have imagined otherwise. So, we just talked about 10 ways to develop, and create trust in your world. And I want to encourage you to be a person of integrity, to be somebody who's trustworthy, because it'll make all the difference in the world. And if you want to build a business, based on, solid business fundamentals, trust being one of them, I want to invite you to reach out to me to let me be your business mentor. I've worked with over 4,000 people in 400 industries that trusted me to be their business advisor, and we've had tremendous success in our clients. So I've helped myself grow in my business. I've helped over 4,000 people. It could help you. Would you like to be next? If you would, reach out to me. This is Joe Nicasia, your business mentor. God bless you. Have an amazing day.